Yeah, it was like falling one time, but I don't know, man. That turf does something to you. So.
I'm sure you've been enough to know.
Yeah. I don't know. They're getting a new stadium, 2 years? But I know a lot of guys were like, I mean, Coker's got it all over his arm from getting sacked or whatever, but you're getting short out there.
He didn't blame you for that, did he?
No, not yet.
Just a quick question about Derek. I mean, what does that mean to have a guy nominated for the Heisman Trophy?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you ask anybody on this team, we'd all nominate him for that. But I mean, as soon as you ask him, I know he'd say that all the offensive line, all the guys on the team deserve it as well, and that's the kind of guy he is. So a guy like that who can run the ball 40 times a game at his weight and his size, and continuously just keep going without even looking tired. It says a lot about him, a lot of his character, and I think a lot of guys on this team respect him as a leader. That's why he's a team captain. So he just overall, just got the well-rounded guy, and I think he deserves it.
Was there ever a game or a single moment where you looked and said, man, he might be capable of doing something like this?
I mean, game one, we played Wisconsin. I think he had, I don't know how many yards he had that game, but I think he had a couple touchdowns, and then from that moment on, it was going to be a special year. So every game that he plays, I think he's just more deserving of it each week.
When you talk about him always giving praise back to teammates, how much does that make you guys want to push harder when your star player is going to give it all back?
I think with all the praise that we get too, we kind of send it to him because we're not always perfect, but I think it says more about the team in general, of how thankful these guys are for one another, for every unit doing, just like the D-line helping the linebackers out and helping Reggie make tackles. So we appreciate it because we don't always get our name in the paper, all that kind of stuff, but it's better to watch him roll 80 yards downhill on a defense than it is to get our names in the paper or whatever. So you couldn't say enough about his character, the entire character of this team, and it's just been a special year so far. So I don't know.
What did it mean to you to be named a permanent captain?
Yeah, that was all the awards and all the honors that you can get. I think that's the highest one and the most valuable one because it's voted upon by your players, and anytime you walk in that locker room, you want to have respect. You want to have respect by the teammates, and nobody wants to. You don't just go to the season looking to be a captain, but for the team to vote the four of us into that role, I think it comes with a lot of responsibility as well because we're representative of that team, and this team's really special to us and means a lot to us. So it's a big role for us, and I know all three of you guys, all four including me, are going to be up for it.
You guys have 4 or 5 of you who are up for major national awards at this point. Is that kind of an illustration that it's not about one guy? It is kind of more of a team effort, kind of across the board? Yeah,
absolutely. All those awards. I mean, any award in football, it always comes with a price. It always comes with a team. So the one that I'm up for, the one that Derek's up for, all the guys. I have the offensive line to thank, I have Derek to thank, I have Jake to thank. All the guys, Coker getting the ball out quick. So there's so many different dimensions of those awards that come together. But I know if you ask any of those guys, the one that's given out and whenever the national championship game is, if we're holding the national championship trophy at the very end, then that's the one that means the most to us.
What can you take from last year to help you this year in the playoffs?
I think it's the period right now of the couple weeks that we have. We're not playing games. I think that's kind of where we fell off last year. A lot of guys didn't take advantage of that, kind of gained weight, and didn't always get healthy when they needed to. So we play in the SEC, so it's a long season, and a lot of guys are gonna get healthy this week, the next couple of weeks. And we're just gonna get better as a team. You just kind of take it as you kind of got 2 bye weeks coming up for us. So taking advantage of that's going to be huge, and it's going to pay off later for us.
Coach Saban and some of your teammates have talked about how well they feel like you've played this year and just the consistency that they feel like you've played with. Hey, how much better do you feel like you've gotten this year from last year, and just overall, how do you think you played?
I mean, I think the 5th year was huge for me. And last year, I think this year I finally learned how to play just overall with power, more consistent, and that's what I had to do as an offense. I mean, we got 9 new guys on the offense, new starters, so. Being the oldest guy with the most experience, I knew I had to, bring it week in, week out, and just try to be as steady as I could because I know a lot of the younger guys are going to be watching that, and kind of got feed off that. So I asked Cam to do the same thing, and I think he's played a lot better as well. Jake's done it. Just the whole team's done it. So like I said, I'm just one guy, a part of a bigger picture, and I think let's say every single person on this team is more deserving of an award than what they're probably getting.
Is the leadership style of this team any different than last year's?
And I think every year is a little bit different with leaders, but I think this is one of the most unselfish teams I've ever been a part of, and you can see it in Coach Saban when he talks about this team and what it really means to him, and guys like Michael Myers-Wander, those guys who are in that locker room day in and day out, who give it everything they have. And Derek the same way. It's made it a special year. It's kind of hard for me to talk about it because you guys aren't in the locker room every day and see it with us, but it's just made it really special. Good.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, guys.